Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. So, in the previous video, we finished our second chapter that was components of food. And in this video, we'll start our third chapter that is fiber to fabric. So, let's begin. Now, just tell me, have you ever been to a clothes shop? Have you ever been to a clothes shop? Yes, you all must have gone there. So have you observed that there is variety of material in the clothes shop? And you must have seen cotton shirts also there, silk saris there, and curtains are there. So many material is there. And one thing you all must have observed that they are made up of different materials. Means some are very soft in touch, some are very rough, some are very bright, some are very dull. Why it is so? Why so much variety is there? Yes, because they are made up of different types of material. Okay, now you all must have observed this thing also, that your school winter dress is different and your summer dress is different. Can you tell me some differences that, except color? Okay, except color is the or another thing, but what about the material, quality material of the dress? Yes, the winter dress are thick and they are made up of wool, they are woolen, and the summer one are soft and generally they are of cotton. Yes or no? So they are made up of different types of material, so that's why their texture is also different. Like your school bag, it is very rough, and your shirt it is very soft, and your socks are also soft. They are made up of, sometimes they are made up of cotton, and they sometimes it is of nylon. So the variety, there's a variety because they are made up of different types of material. So in this video we will study about these materials only. So there are different types of fabrics. They are cotton, silk, wool, jute, nylon, polyester. Generally they are, so many more are there, but they are general. Now from where you buy your clothes? We all buy our clothes from the market or the shop, yes or no? And from where the market person of the shopkeeper buys the things? He buy the things from the factories. But the question is, how clothes are made in factories? Is there a machine, big machine, that is producing clothes all the time? Is it like this? No, it is not like this. So what is the process through which clothes are made? So answer to this question we will study in this chapter. Now what is there? As we studied that clothes are made up of different types of things, or that material is fabric. So the chapter fiber, the chapter name is fiber to fabric, means it's a journey of a fiber to fabric. How clothes are made, it's a journey of a cloth. Okay, so what are fiber? Fibers are the smallest unit of any cloth, we can say. Fibers are converted into yarn, and yarns are converted into fabric. As we can see, fiber is the smallest unit. Fiber are converted to yarn, and that yarns are converted into fabric, and from that fabric we can stitch any type of a dress we want, a frock, skirt, pant, shirt, trouser, anything as we want. Okay, now I'll show you something. Now before showing this, okay, now see this cotton. Can you see this cotton? Okay, now it's a lump of cotton, and if I'll separate here these things, so as you can see, a small hairy, more hairy structures is coming out. Yes or no? So what is this? This hairy structure, more hairy structures, is called fiber. What it is? It is fiber. It is fiber it is. And this cotton we get from the, where? Cotton is obtained from cotton plant or cotton ball. Okay, so it is obtained from the field, and this cotton is rolled together through machines or by hands to form this. So this is a strand of thread, this is yarn. So fiber are converted into yarn, and when we will this mix so many yarns together, we will get a, what we will get fabric. These, if this is also cotton, if I'll make it this, or sometimes our mothers also weave it or not, it is knitting, weaving, through the knitting, weaving, and so many other processes are there. Through this processes, these yarns are converted into fabric. Is it clear? Let's repeat again. What happens? First, this is the natural cotton that we get from the, this is the natural cotton that we get from the field or our fields. Okay, this we get from the field, and these so many lumps of these types of cotton are put together and rolled through machines. In earlier time it was done by hands or charkha, but now it is done through machines. We roll it, and what we will get? We will get yarn. This is yarn, and these yarns are weaved or knitted together. Okay, and we get fabric, and through from that fabric we can make different types of cloth. Okay, now means fibers are converted into yarn and yarns are converted into fabric. So it's a journey from fiber to fabric. Now here you can see what is a fiber. Fiber is a thin and continuous strand. As we have studied, it is very thin and continuous strands used to make yarn. Okay, and these yarns are used, these are, what are yarns? Yarns are the threads made by twisting the fiber. Understood? Now what are fabric? Fabric are made from the yarn. These are yarns. When we will make attach to so many yarns together, we will weave them or through machines. We nowadays we are doing that through machines, so that they become a cloth. Okay, and that fiber fabric we can say, or cloth fabric, and these fabrics are used to stitch so many types of dresses. Now here in this picture you can see splitting the yarn into the strands, and these strands are what? These strands are fabric, fiber. These strands are fiber. Now yarn split into thin strands, and these are fiber, and as we can see, this is the dress that is made up of yarn. We have stitched so many yarns together and formed a dress. This is the, as these small strands are what? These are fiber, and this is yarn. Okay, so fiber mixed together or attached together to form yarn, and yarn form fabric. Now from where we get the fiber? We get, so there are, now first of all we will study about types of fiber. Now types of fiber, so there are two types of fiber. First is synthetic fiber, and the next one is natural fiber. Synthetic fiber and natural fiber are the two types of fiber. Now what is synthetic fiber? Synthetic means that is prepared using the chemical. So the fiber which is obtained or prepared by using the chemical substances is known as synthetic fiber or man-made fiber. It is called synthetic fiber or man-made fiber. Man-made because it is prepared by human beings in the chemical factories, using the chemicals in the factories, so it is called synthetic fiber. So some examples of synthetic fiber are nylon, polyester, acrylic, and so many more are there. So these are, this is synthetic fiber, means we don't get synthetic fiber from the natural sources, we prepare them in the factories. So this type of fiber is called synthetic fiber. Now natural fiber, what are natural fiber? Natural fibers are those fiber that we get from plants and animals. Means the fiber that we get from plants and animal is called a natural fiber. As we talked about cotton, so from where we get cotton? We get cotton from cotton plants. So it is a natural fiber, or we can say it is a plant fiber. What about the silk? From where we get silk? Yes, we get silk from the silkworm. Okay, so silkworm, silk is a animal fiber. It comes under the category of natural fiber only. So this silk is also a natural fiber. Like this, wool is there, jute is there. So all these are natural fiber that are obtained from the field or the nature. Now we will study about some plant fiber. So first plant fiber is cotton. So cotton is obtained from fruit of the cotton plant. As you can see, this is the cotton field, and what happens, cotton plant, cotton balls are there, and these cotton balls burst, and from that cotton comes out. Okay, it is obtained from fruit of the cotton plant, or as we can say cotton balls. It is grown at places with black soil and warm climate. Means black soil and warm climate is very good for the cotton crop. Now, after plucking the flowers or plucking the balls, cotton balls from the cotton field, the small cotton seeds are present in that ball. So we have to separate that seeds also. So what happened in the previous, or we can say in ancient time, it was done by hand. They just pick the cotton seed and take it out, but now it is done through machines. So this process is known as ginning. What it is known as? It is known as ginning, or we can say the process of separating seeds of cotton from the cotton ball is known as ginning. So what is ginning? It is the process of separating the cotton seeds of cotton ball is there, and from that we are separating the seeds. Small black seeds are there, so we are separating them. So that process is known as ginning. It was traditionally done by hands, but now machines are used. In the earlier time it was done by hands, but now machines are used for this process. Okay, now as you can see, this is ginning of cotton. Small he is doing the ginning. Process of ginning is there. Small seeds are there on the cotton ball, so that person is separating the small seeds from the cotton. After that cotton will be like this. Okay, so we can easily make that using machines or hands. Now about jute. Jute is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. From where jute is obtained? Jute is obtained from stem. It is obtained from the stem of the jute plant, and it is cultivated in the rainy season. It is cultivated in the rainy season, and jute mainly grow in Bihar, Assam and West Bengal, because these are the more this rain receiving states. So these are, it is mainly grown in Bihar, West Bengal and Assam. Now how jute is obtained? How jute is obtained from the stem? The stems are harvested when they are at flowering stage. When these jute plants are at flowering stage, these farmers cut them and immerse them in water, or put them in water for 4 to 5 days, or few days we can say 4 to 5 days. They generally keep it for 4 to 5 days, and after that what happens, the thick stem of the this jute plant gets soft, very soft, and they can easily pull it out. If it is a stem, what will happen, if we will soak this in water for 4 to 5 days, this outer covering of the stem can easily come out. So they just pull it using their hands only. Then fibers are separated by hands to make fabric. So that fiber is used to make the fabric. As you must have seen, jute ropes are there, jute mats are there, so many things are made up of jute. Now wool, it is obtained from the fleece of sheep or goat hairs of rabbit, yak and camel. You must have seen in winters we generally prefer woolen clothes. Why woolen clothes? Because they does not allow our heat to go out, or they insulate the heat inside our body and make us feel warm. And these, you must have seen furry dresses we wear. Sometimes it is made up of sheep or goat hairs. Fleece means outer covering of goat and sheep. Hairs of rabbit, they are also very soft. Yak and camel hairs, all these are used to make wool or woolen clothes. Silk, silk is obtained from the cocoon of the cocoon of silkworm. Cocoon means the outer shell. As you can see here in this one, these are the male and these are the female adult and silk moth. How it is formed? First one is male and female adult silk moth is produced. Then eggs of the mulberry leaf. They lay eggs on the mulberry leaves. Who? Silkworms lay eggs on the mulberry leaves, and these mulberry leaves, then the eggs are converted into cocoon, and these then cocoon are developed into moth, moth, and these moths are then finally converted into silkworm, and these silkworm provide us silk, that is a plant fiber, or it is a part of natural fiber. So silk is obtained from cocoon of the silkworm. It is obtained from here, cocoon of the silkworm. They feed on mulberry leaves. What they eat, what the silkworms eat, they only eat mulberry leaves. So this was about plants, this plant sources or natural sources of fiber. So as what we have studied, just recapitulated fast. So we studied that we started our chapter and we studied that fibers are converted into yarn. Yes, fibers, these fibers, small fiber here style structures, these are converted into yarn or long thread, it is yarn. So these are converted into yarn, and these yarns are converted into fabric. Okay, now this we have studied. Now there are two types of fibers, synthetic fiber and natural fiber. Yes. Now what are synthetic fiber? That are prepared in factories using chemical. What are natural fiber? That are taken from the plants or animals. Okay. Now if I'll say name plant fiber, two plant fiber are, what are there? Mulberry is there and jute is there. And what about the natural this? Oh, sorry, in the cotton is there. And about the animal, in the animal fiber, what is there? Animal fiber, wool is there and silkworm is there. And the plant fiber, jute is there and cotton is there. Understood? Synthetic fiber we have studied, and examples of synthetic fiber are nylon, polyester, acrylic. All these are the examples of synthetic fiber. Natural fiber, cotton, jute, wool, silk, all this is natural fiber. Plant fiber we studied about cotton. Cotton is obtained from cotton ball, and it is where for cotton black soil is good and warm climate is required. Not cold, only warm climate is required for the black soil. With the black soil. Now this is cotton field. This is ginning of ginning, as I told you, separating the seeds of cotton from the cotton ball. Separating the seeds of cotton from the cotton ball is known as ginning. Now jute is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. It is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. And wool, we get wool from the fleece of sheep or goat or rabbit or yak and camel. These are very warm. We use generally them in winter season. Now silk, silk is obtained from cocoon of silkworm, and they feed on the mulberry leaves. Okay. Now what we will do in the next video, we will study about the whole process of fiber to fabric, and in that one we will study about how the yarns are converted into fabric, and different processes included in that one. Okay, till then you just study hard and take care. Sai Ram.